Welcome to the Biz Bash podcast, where we make biz strategy a piece of cake. I'm Elisabeth.
And I'm Cami, but you might know us better as Eliza and Calligraphy and Cami Monet. We want to help you, our fellow stationers, artists, and calligraphers, confidently build a profitable and personality-driven creative biz.
We're here to share our honest-to-goodness advice and actionable strategies for ambitious artists.
So put on your party hat, quit being a procrastinator gator, and let's get this party started.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back. Biz Birthday Bash podcast. We're here doing Q and Cake number 23. It's going to be great. It's always great because it's Q and Cake. I love Q and Cakes. We never know really what our answer is going to be. Like, I picked the questions this time, but I still haven't really thought about them. So once again, you're getting me hot and fresh. Both of us hot and fresh. So it could be crazy. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the questions. Our first question is from Anna B. Sounds like a Bachelorette contestant name. I love it. Or a Bachelor. Oh, yeah. Okay. Anna B says, right now I have an Etsy shop, but I want to move into having a website and selling something more high-end than greeting cards. What is the best way to add on a second business, and how do you start selling more high-end products?
Well, I guess it depends on, do you really want a second business, or do you want an extension of your first one, but transitioning into selling higher-end products? How do you interpret this question?
What are the products? I kind of interpreted it as they want to sell more higher priced items. Like, you have greeting cards, but you have to sell a ton to make money because they're $5, maybe they want to start bringing in some higher priced items, but their customers might not be as spendy as they want them to be, is kind of how I interpreted it. And I kind of just glossed over the whole second business part.
Right, because I feel like that's where I got tripped up on the best way to add a second business, quote unquote. And because when she used the word add, I was like, is this an extension, sister brand of the first one? Or is it you want to start, legit start a different business that just so happens to be your second one?
Okay, now we're all hung up on the question. Anna B, you got us so good. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay, I don't even know how to answer this now.
Yeah, if she wants to move into having a website. Well, because half of me is what's stopping you from taking your greeting cards and selling higher end products as well? Is it because they're totally unrelated from each other? You feel like there would be no connection or a disconnect there for your consumer and you think it'll be confusing? Or is it just because you just don't want greeting cards anymore? Or because it's you don't view your Etsy as something that's serious?
I know. See, guys, we're really not nailing this one.
No,
we're just getting hung up on all the specifics, but I'm going to just answer it the way that I first interpreted it without thinking about the actual question. So having greeting cards and you're ready to start bumping up, to higher price products, getting a little bit more bang for your buck with some of the things you're selling. I think that's definitely a great way to increase your income, and grow your business, obviously, because with greeting cards, you got to sell a whole dang lot of them. So for me, when I wanted to incorporate more higher things, you definitely got to just build that quality with your customers first. They already expect the things you're going to get are going to be immaculate. They're going to be great. The quality is going to be good. The customer service is going to be good. Everything is going to run really smoothly. You build up that trust with your audience, and then they're going to be willing to pay for higher priced things. And I even play with this too by playing with my pricing. I'll just go in and be okay, you know what? These were 20. Now we're going to do 22. And then I'm I can go higher now because I've built that trust that it's a really great product. Now I'm going to go with 24. So just working my way up. So as you start adding in those products, maybe you start at a lower price to be is this where kind of test the market and see how it is with your customers and see if they're willing to spend that dollar amount, see what their average order value is. You're always trying to get them to spend a little bit more. So play with the pricing with it and then build up that trust on the quality first. So just literally everything you put out, make it awesome, because then they're going to know your quality is amazing and will pay any type of dollar amount to get that from you.
Yeah. And to be honest, it's the way I've always viewed an Etsy shop is that an Etsy shop in my mind is an extension of your business. An Etsy shop isn't necessarily the only version of your business or the only place your business lives. Though I do know people who have completely built their platform or built their business on the platform of Etsy alone. However, it's I think always having a domain and a website and having that be your home base with Etsy working in tandem with that, kind of what Cami does, is the really good strategy to have. So it's like, this is something to think about too, is like, it doesn't have to be either or. What if it's both?
What if it's both? I know. And also along the same lines too of like selling high-end products and like conveying that value. Like when someone's buying online, like all they have to look at is like the product description, the photo, like that's it. So your photos have to be on point. Like if you have like a janky photo, it's not going to give off that high-end vibe. Like go browse like expensive websites. I mean like luxury stuff and see how their photography is done. And I mean, obviously we're not going to like, you don't have to do like, I can't even think of like a fancy brand, like Louis Vuitton type of photography, but you want to have like a beautiful photo, very well done. Like that is going to give that high end appeal. So having that in place is going to be super, super important if you want to start transitioning to selling in a more high end market as well.
Yep. So hopefully that helps. We did the best we could because I was like, I'm not sure what's being asked, or like I need more context. But
I know we need more context. It was so short, but so many routes to take. I mean,
I know. So I'm like, maybe we gave people too hard of a time about writing long questions, because I was like, that one could have been longer.
Well, we have a long one coming up. So
yes, we do. And can you please read it?
Yeah, I was going to say, read it.
My throat is still killing me because we just like recorded an episode where I just like yapped the whole time. So
okay, well, I'm going to leave in the nice little compliment. It says, "I'm so glad I discovered your podcast this weekend. I binged almost all of your Q and cakes while painting this weekend. Yay! I know you guys focus more on invites rather than individual commissions, as I do. My question is, what projects do you think warrant a contract? Do I need a contract for a one-off commission, like a pet portrait or a wedding bouquet? I have this fear that clients will find something they're not happy with. It hasn't happened yet, but I'm a little bit of an anxious type, and I want to make sure I'm protected. Also, how much do I need to explain about my style to ensure they know what they're getting? Maybe in a post-purchase email, or is having the samples on my website enough? Basically wondering how much communication is needed between purchase and delivery of the product for a commission." I'll stop there because I know Cami doesn't like long questions. I feel like it's Elizabeth who doesn't like long questions. Actually, I feel like it's both of us. Though this is already pretty much a novel. Oops. XOXOXO. Thanks for inspiring me every week. Carrie at Waster Lane Paints.
But honestly, that was like a great long question. Like she asked so many important things. Yes. So thank you, Carrie. We will not give you a hard time about this. We have a couple long questions today that are good.
I feel like this is a medium question. Like I feel like the long questions we kind of cut a little bit before we bring them over here because they have like a lot of backstory.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
This is just like a medium. Medium. Okay, I'll let you start.
Well, yeah, I was going to say that no, you do not need a contract for every single project. And a project doesn't necessarily warrant a contract, especially for a commission where it's like you are doing that one piece of artwork and it's a little shorter of a time frame. You're creating like a product for them, and then like wedding invitations, it's like I always am going to have my contract because it's such a long process. There's so many people involved. There's just like a lot more moving pieces. That being said, like I know that like guidelines need to be put in place for commissions. And that's why I think a lot of artists have terms and agreements on their website. And just as a rule of thumb, like you should have terms and agreement and a privacy policy on your website no matter what. Because I think like from a legal standpoint, it is just smart to do that. But I would say like when you make a listing on your website, you can outline the process there or make like a really cute PDF so that when somebody buys it, you can like send a follow-up email and be like, thank you so much for purchasing from me. Here's a PDF that explains how everything works. And then like in your terms and agreements on your site, there's basically something about like hiring you and style, and like you will make certain artistic discretions. So then if they come back to you and they're like, oh, well, you painted my dog such and such way and really it should have been, and you could kind of then you could go back and be like, actually that's like my artistic rendering or interpretation of it, so no, I'm not going to fix like the 2 hairs by his ear or whatever, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And like having in your terms and conditions too that like there's no refunds on custom products. Like,
yep.
Once you buy it and I give it to you, there's no like in between. Like I don't do, like if you were doing like sketches and doing this whole thing, like I feel like that would require more of a contract because you're working in like this really drawn out process. But with something where it's more like cut and dry, where they purchase something and you paint it and deliver it to them, I don't feel like you need that full-on contract thing. Like Elisabeth was saying, I just have the terms and conditions on my site for things like that. And then just like letting them know, like, hey, whatever reference photo you give me, I'm going to paint it exactly like this. So it's on you to provide like the best possible photo for me to work from. So I just have like little guidelines like that laid out on like pet portrait photo uploader and stuff like that. But you don't necessarily need a contract. The only time I do have a contract in place with custom commissions like this is if we're doing where they get a digital file, and then I'll do like an extended license contract that says like, here's what you can use this for, here's what you can't use it for, here's like how much money you paid for me for the license, and like all this stuff, and lays out a little bit more of that type of thing. But for the like, I'm about to say run of the mill, for the run of the mill customer, you don't really need that. Like they just want their painting. So I think it also, it just depends on like how involved they are with the process. Like, are you doing sketches and like letting them do feedback, which I wouldn't recommend for one-off commissions, or are you just letting them, send the photo and you do it kind of thing?
Yeah, I really think that when you are accepting commissions from people, there has to be that understanding of like, they are hiring you. You are the artist. You have your distinct personal style. It's the same thing when you hire a photographer for a wedding. I wouldn't hire somebody who edits with like dark sepia tones. That's not what I want, right? And so like the customer like will hopefully have that understanding of that they're hiring you to create it. But being able to put that into the terms and conditions or listing information or process PDF, whatever it is, will just like help you along the way. And by the way, Carrie, I pulled up your Instagram page and your work is beautiful.
I know, I want to go look it up. But yeah, hopefully that is helpful. Don't be anxious. But if it makes you feel better, I mean, you could always do a contract, like if you really want. I mean, just don't feel like you have to. It's your business though. Do whatever the heck you want. Like
it is very true. Yeah.
Yeah. If you've had like situations with your customers or like they're just not getting it, or then and it makes you feel better, you can absolutely do that. It's totally up to you.
You're clearly doing something right though, if it hasn't happened yet. So try not to worry about like what hasn't happened, but do protect yourself in the way that you think is best for sure. Hey there, fellow stationers. Are you creating custom invitations and still sending a lackluster contract that's hacked together with Google searches and generic templates? We've got you.
We've created a custom stationery contract written for stationers by stationers, and it is lawyer reviewed and approved. #LegalRockstar. The custom stationery contract template covers every stationery snafu, protects you and your client's interests, and sets up an expectation of professionalism. We've combined our previous contracts as well as years of experience to bring you a contract that covers your booty and your biz. Become a put-together pro and breathe a sigh of relief knowing that you have a contract that is easy to understand and avoids confusing legal jargon.
The custom stationery contract template is only $297, which is much less than what you can expect to pay anywhere else. And it's written by 2 gals who have seen it all.
Spoiler alert, it's us.
It's time to do things right. Go to bizbirthdaybash.com/contract to purchase and download your copy today. And as a special treat, use code PODCAST2020 to get $20 off. And that's podcast all caps 2020 to get $20 off.
Woohoo! Okay. You want me to read the next one?
Yes.
I'll just be the question reader today.
You're the question reader today, please, and thank you.
This one says, "Hi, Cami and Elisabeth. What are your favorite funny / random stories about each other? Love the show. Keep doing amazing things." At Kelsey Haber Designs.
Like too many to count.
Oh my gosh, I have a funny one.
Oh my gosh. Is it like a funny new one, or is it the one we've been telling recently?
It's not that one. I feel like I've told that one 1,000 times. Everyone knows that story. Okay. At this point, hopefully.
Oh boy, I'm scared. This is a new one.
Oh no, I was just going to say, I just always crack up the time we were in Savannah and we went to the old pink house for dinner, and you got, what's the soup called? Like gazpacho or something?
Gazpacho, yes.
Gazpacho, and you got it and it was like salsa, and you're just like, I do not like this. And you're like, I have to return this. And I just feel like we were trying to be like so cute and fancy there. And you returned the soup. I did
not like it.
And there was like so much drama. That was like the first course we got. And then we were like celebrating our business anniversary, and they thought we were a couple, and they brought out like a congratulations, but also like
happy anniversary.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
It was so funny.
We were like, it's our business anniversary, but they totally thought we were a couple, and we were just dying laughing. And then I was trying to like steal the rolls to take back, and I was like dropping them down the side into like this. I had my shopping bag like on the ground, and I was like, I don't know why I could. I mean, I know you can take the rolls you bought, but I was like, Elizabeth, I got to be sneaky because I feel like everyone here is so classy. And I like was dropping the rolls into the bag, but there's a mirror right there, so the waiters were definitely just seeing me like drop the rolls into the bag because of the mirror, and I totally forgot about it. It was just like shenanigans. Like it was just full on shenanigans.
And I think like I took some of my fish to go, and then I was like, why did I do that? I'm not going to eat leftover fish the next day. Like,
yeah. Yeah, that's right. And we just like
it was kind of a fiasco because our waiter was interesting too, because I remember like the preamble before like we ordered, like he talked for a very long time about like
this whole thing
the
was
specials in the menu, and like, and this is so funny because this is one of like the most well-known, like prestigious, like restaurants in Savannah that everyone else recommends. And Cami and I's experience was just so funny.
Oh yeah, so that one's always a funny one with the gazpacho. Let's see, what other funny random ones do we have? There's just so many. I don't even know.
There are a lot. Well, the time that we rescued a kitty together, because you were like, I think I hear crying, and you like went out the front door of your
Alex
house.
was out there, and he's like, come outside. And I was like,
oh yeah.
He didn't give any context. He was just like, there's something out here. I was like,
we thought he was going to scare us.
Snake or what? He's like, just open the door slowly. And I was like, is there a snake? And it's like a tiny little kitten. I was like, you could have like let us know. It's a kitten. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was awesome. Like this little kitten just showed up in my house when Elizabeth was here, and we rescued the kitty, and it was very exciting.
We did rescue the kitty. It was so fun.
I know. Yes.
Let's see. You have been able to see. I have been, okay, this is like a random fact about us. I have been to Orlando several times, and I think Cami's only been here twice. And only once have you spent the night.
Yeah. We get in and get out. We don't go. We don't like to stay. We like to stay at our house.
Yeah. So in the fall of 2018, oh my gosh, it's just like, it's almost like 3 years ago, which is just so crazy. When we were going to do like our next Biz birthday bash, we could not go because of Hurricane Florence. And so last minute, we like rerouted everything so that I would come and be with Cami instead. No, this is a good one. So I came to be with Cami instead. And was this the first time? I think this would have been the first time I had been at your house.
I don't know. I don't remember anything. So.
You don't remember any dates. We established that in the last episode. Okay.
Yeah.
Cami doesn't remember dates. I do somehow. And it was the very first time that I had stayed with them. And I got up like the next morning and told Cami, I was like, there's like alien lights on like the floor of my bedroom.
I was like, what the freak are you talking about?
I was like, there's a smiley face. That's what I said. I said there's a
like,
glow in the dark smiley face on the floor in my bedroom.
Someone painted a glow in the dark smiley face. I don't know if you know this, but it's there on the floor. And I was like, what? You're like, yeah, it's a glow in the dark smile. It could be aliens. I don't know. I was like,
I think there could be like treasure there or something dumb. I don't know. And Alex, of course, is like, what is she talking about? So that night I was like, you guys have to come in and see if you can see it. And Alex was like, that's like the light from the fire alarm on the ceiling.
Oh my gosh. You're like, what? I was convinced. And you know what? I see it all the time too. It's in our hallway as well. There's like a light that shines out. I always think of you. When I see it, I'm like, oh, the dark smiley face. There it is. Oh gosh.
So like randomly embarrassing, but
I know.
And then Cami, the other funny story. Well, funny, not funny, because it could be like self-deprecating for me, but like I went through such a rough patch in June of 2020.
Is this me trying to shove the popsicle in your face? I knew it.
So I went to Cami's house once again because I'm always at Cami's house. You know, it's just like friends. Sometimes like you have like the house. Like I feel like for us, like the house is Cami's house.
It's the house.
But now we actually have a place for you to stay, which is different. So I went down there and it was like, I barely made it, guys. I like drove and everything because this is like the height of the pandemic. So I'm like really trying to be safe, but I like needed to get out of the home for my sanity. And I was like, Cami, can I come down there and like be with you guys for a weekend? And like hindsight, it probably would have been more worth my time to just stay at home and sleep because I was basically a blob the whole weekend. Because like Cami is trying to like cheer me up and be like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm just like really, really depressed and anxious. And we're out by the pool one day. I'll let Cami pick it up from here.
And I was just like, I couldn't wait for Elisabeth to come down because we had just got these popsicles from Costco that are like gourmet, fancy popsicles. And I was like, they're so delicious. I was like, we can eat them by the pool. It'll be just like we're on vacation, like a resort. And so we're hanging out by the pool. And I was like, did we go get that popsicle for you? And she's like, no, I just don't really want the popsicle. I was like, okay. And I was like, and then like 10 minutes later, I was like, all right, now I'm going to go get a popsicle for myself. You want one? And she was like, no, I'm good. I don't want a popsicle. And I was like, if this girl doesn't eat a popsicle, I am going to lose it. And so finally, like, I'm just like bursting at the seams. And like an hour later, she's like, you know what? I think I'll take that popsicle now. And I was like, yes, popsicle. And I just was like trying to force feed her this popsicle for like 2 hours. And then she's eating. I'm like, do you like it? Do you love it? Do you feel so happy? And she was like, yeah, it's okay. And I was like, ah.
Honestly, when you're just like in that headspace, it's like sometimes nothing can make it right. But I totally appreciated your efforts. And I can look back on it now and be like, this was like, it was so funny. Like you and Alex also went to like your niece's birthday that weekend, and I just like stayed and like slugged it on the couch and like napped, and it was great. It was like what I needed.
I'm sure the cats were like sitting on top of you. Like
yes. And then I feel like other funny story is like I've also been to Gatlinburg for a couple times now too. So I don't know if you know which one I'm going to tell.
I know which one you're going to tell.
Store.
I know which one you're going to tell. I think it is. I'll see. You tell it and I'll see if I was right or not.
Well, like I basically like fit in with Cami's family super well. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay, and there is, what was this? Was this Pop's birthday weekend?
No, this was my workshop weekend, if it's the story I think you're going to tell.
No, this is a different story.
Okay.
The workshop weekend was the first time I went to Gatlinburg, and this would have been the second time because it was Pop's 70th. 70th. He's not 80 yet.
Dear God.
Dear God. 70th. And so it was like Cami was obviously like helping her mom head up a lot of things during that weekend. And so I was kind of like running around with like Alex in the golf cart to like make sure where people like knew where to park. And I was like mingling with other people, and I was like talking to Cami's family, and one of like, I don't even know if they like listen to our podcast. They probably don't. But one of Cami's like cousins is a little like quieter and like shy, I guess. And I struck up a conversation with him about Game of Thrones, and everyone was like, that is like the most we've seen him talk to like a person ever about anything. They were like, what did you do? I was like, we just talked about Game of Thrones. That was it.
Yeah, once you find like that connection with my cousin, he'll go forever. Like you just gotta find a thing, and you like found it immediately and just like got him to open up, and they were like, oh my gosh.
Yes, it was so funny. I just like, I fit right in. But no, there is another funny one with the first time I was there. So
yeah, that's the one.
You tell the workshop. You tell it.
Oh, is that the one with the doilies?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So my workshop, I had all these like chocolate donuts because I was like, we have to have chocolate donuts from the specific place for my workshop attendees. The Donut Fryer in Gatlinburg. It's like my all-time favorite. And they like melted basically. And so it was like a huge mess. And so we were back at my Nana's house and kind of all cleaned up after the workshop. And there was like all the doilies that my mom loves doilies. So she like put the donuts on these doilies, whatever. And they were all in like this little tin. And Elizabeth was like touching it or like licking the icing off it or something. I don't know what you were doing. My mom like slapped her hand and was like, Cami, get out of the doilies or something like that.
And I like looked up at her and she looked at me and realized that it was me, not you. And she was like, I thought you were Cami.
I was like, what the heck, Mom? And she's like, I'm so sorry, Elizabeth. I thought you were Cami. I'm like,
get smacked by your mom on like my first visit there. It was so funny.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. I mean, she didn't like literally slap her, you guys. So I just want to like clarify. It was like a little tap on the hand.
Right,
like,
a little tap on the back of the hand.
Get your hand out of that. That's what it was like.
It is not the first time I've been reprimanded in that way. So half of me wasn't even that shocked because I was like, okay, I just was doing something I wasn't supposed to do. Because like there was one time when I was little and my Aunt Linda was like, Elisabeth, you are not allowed to have any more M&Ms from that bowl. And of course I was like, and like put my hand in and she was like, whack, and like got me really good. And so it was kind of like funny because I like didn't even think anything of it until I looked at her and then she was like, I thought you were Cami. And then I realized that it was like an accident.
I know. Oh my gosh. Oh, I got another good one. The June bugs. Remember the June bugs you can tie?
Yes.
Okay, look, y'all, I'm about to like sound real Tennessee up in here. But on June bugs, you take them and you tie a little piece of thread to their back leg and then you can like, they fly like a little helicopter that you have tied to. And we finally got one tied for Elisabeth. And I wish I had the video because she's just like screaming. She's like so excited. I was like so much joy that the June bug is like finally taking off. And it was just like so much fun.
Oh, I have another one from Gatlinburg. When I got to your farm, like the very first time, and I was like talking to you guys about like my drive-in and all of this stuff. And I was like, are you guys aware that like the farm down the road has a bunch of like Ronald McDonald's in their yard?
I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, it was like super weird. So this is under the random stories because I might have asked like Pop or your mom about it, but like some farm down the road from you guys has like old Ronald McDonald statues like all over like the farmland, and it was so like creepy. And I was also listening to true crime podcasts while I was driving in. So then I was like, oh, this is like weird.
Oh yeah, we're up in the backwoods. Remember I made you sleep in the cabin by yourself when like Alex was there. I was like, you can go sleep over there because I thought you'd like to have some alone space away from like a whole family. And you're like, by myself in the cabin? I was like, you'll be fine.
Did I sleep by myself or did I make you come over there with me?
No, you stayed over there because Alex was there too. So we stayed in Paw Paul's cabin and you were in the farm cabin.
I probably blacked it out of my memory because I do hate sleeping alone.
You did seem scared. And I thought you would like that. So that's why I was like, guys, Elisabeth's in the whole cabin. Like, no one, because otherwise I would have put you in a bedroom in Nana's house because then you would have been with everybody. But I was like, no, she'll like her space. I thought you'd want your space. I was trying to be nice. My bad. And
I told you too, I said the biggest thing was for me that the cabin doesn't have blinds.
Oh, it does, but they're like halfway. They're like halfway blinds. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it does not have blinds. Only halfway blinds is basically the same thing. Because I was just afraid that I would like look over and someone's like face would be pressed up against the glass because that was like also the time I was listening to a bunch of true crime podcasts.
Like animals will walk across the porch and it sounds so echoey and it's super scary sometimes. But I thought you would like that. Like I would like sleep outside on a cot than sleep in someone's house. Like I'm really weird. Like I'm like, no.
Okay, so here's other like random fact about me then is I have only had 2 very short periods in my life where I ever had a room to myself. So growing up, like, so I was the firstborn of 5. Okay, there's 5 of us. Do the math, guys, in like a 4-bedroom house. Like, we're going to be sharing rooms. One of those bedrooms is my parents. And like the bedroom in the basement was the guest bedroom. So it's like from the day my brother was born, it was like he was in the nursery. But at a certain point, like I shared a room with my brother when we were very, very young because it was easy for my parents to have us like both in one room, right? To kind of like control the child situation. And then it's like I probably would have moved up into my own room like after Mark was born. But then it was like my sister Rebecca was born. And so it's like before you're like 5, you don't remember a ton. And then she was born. So we shared a room like all the way up through like me going to college, basically, except for like a 6-month time period where my parents were doing like home renovations and we lived in a different house. And I like had my own room for like 6 months in 6th grade. And so that was like the one time in my life. And then the other time was like one summer during college between freshman and sophomore year. I had 2 months of a room to myself because I stayed in the guest bedroom downstairs because I was getting up so early every morning for my internship. Other than that, though, it's like in college, I always had roommates. I never had a room to myself. And then it was like the summer between college graduation and my wedding, I lived at home and I shared my room with my sister. And then it's like, I married Will and now I share a room with him. And so it's like, Cami was like trying to be so nice, but I don't sleep alone. I like do not ever.
Yeah. See, I love it, obviously, because I'm an only child. So I've always been alone. I mean, I had a roommate in college and I moved out because it was the worst. But I had a room by myself and then had another 2 more roommates after that, and then got a place by myself because I was like, I'm not doing roommates ever again. I'm getting a cat.
Yes.
So yeah, I just prefer to be alone. So yeah. Okay. So we just really went on a tangent with this question. I love it though. It was lots of fun.
I know. It was fun to like reminisce on all the things that we've done together. And also like the first time we were in Savannah and I was like hell bent on finding oysters and I was like really upset that like no place like had good oysters because I was like, how is this possible? It's like basically right on the water.
I know. It's how is that possible? But we did find them, so I don't know if they're necessarily good.
And I love oysters. Cami, she's like, man,
I don't really care either way. Like I'll eat them, but I'm not gonna like go find them in a city, you know.
And see, now that I brought them up, I want them, so that's a problem too.
I like oysters Rockefeller because it has like everything on it, and that's delightful. So you know, I love a good booger covered in cheese and spinach. You guys, that's just so good.
Yum, a booger.
Yeah, I mean that's what oysters basically are. Just slide them on down. Ugh. Okay, all right, moving on. Okay, let's bring it back into the business realm. What is the Romeo and Michelle?
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Can I tell you one more?
Yes.
When I was first kind of telling my family that I was like, yeah, I have this like new friend Cami and like I think we're kind of gonna like make a business together. My brother was like, she's so beautiful. And I was like, she's married.
I'm taken. So sorry.
And he was like, well, if she wasn't married, like I would like want to meet her or something. It was so cute.
Oh my gosh, that is so sweet and flattering.
Yes.
My gosh, well, we could have been sisters, but that's okay. I got my hubby and I love him so much. So
yes.
Sorry, Elisabeth's brothers. Everyone chill out. All right, moving on.
Well, like most of them are like dating someone out.
Yeah,
anyway,
now I'm sure they don't even listen to this podcast anyway. They're gonna be like, how dare you
I know. Like sometimes I'm like pretty sure like none of my family listens to the podcast.
Yeah, I don't think my family really listens either. I don't think my family even knows what a podcast is. I've tried to explain it.
And I'm like, also, like, do I want them to listen? I don't know.
My Nana will be like, well, I showed her how to, like, do podcasts. And she's like, well, sometimes y'all just your voices come on, then they don't stop. And I don't know what, she can't figure out how to turn it off. So she does listen to it occasionally when it, like, pops up. And she'll, like, slide over. And she cannot figure out how to get it to stop. Which is, like, so funny. She's like, I just listen to you two giggle for an hour. And I'm like, well, there you go.
Yes. And my dad also was like, you guys laugh a lot on your podcast. I was like, well, Dad, you're not our target demographic. So
like, we're hilarious. You don't even know. Okay. Oh, let's see. Should we bring it back in? Because we could talk about stories forever.
I know. But I loved that. Thank you for asking that, Kelsey, because I think last time we did one, we were like, are we running out of questions? We were like, just ask us anything. And so, Kelsey, you're amazing that you went and submitted that. So truly, like, ask us like anything. It could be things about like pets or relationships or life.
Oh yeah, now we'll start giving relationship advice.
Oh, buddy.
Welcome to the Biz Birthday Bash Q and Cake episode, late night with Cami and Elisabeth. Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
Next one, I'm ready.
Next one. All right. This one is from Alyssa at Lavina Creative Co. She says, I've struggled with people to take action on proposals. More recently, as an example, I've sent off a proposal to a couple they've been sitting on for 3.5 weeks now. Aside from the proposal, I've also sent them tangible samples, and they have expressed excitement and great interest in the one that I sent. Toss in a pandemic and their wedding not being until late 2021. Is this proposal I should be pushing for or give it more time? With this context, my main questions are, A, I like how they formatted this one's very fancy.
Yes.
A, at what point does a proposal expire or does it not? B, if the proposal does expire, how do you notify the couple of this? And C, how do you follow up in a lighthearted way to have them take action? Hope this doesn't sound scammy or insensitive. I'm not a pushy person to begin with, so I always worry that my persistence is coming off ingenuine.
No, I mean, people like Honestly, first and foremost, people want to be reminded of things because people are like naturally forgetful. So just like keep that in the back of your mind and just frame it as be like, I'm doing them a favor and like reminding them that they need to book with me. But also, like, yes, you do need to give them a deadline at some point because you can't just be waiting there forever. It sucks. So a lot of times when I send out a proposal, I tell them that they have 2 weeks to make a decision. And if anything hasn't happened at that point, I pretty much move on. And the fact too that you did send them like tangible samples, like I never do that until a couple books with me. And even then, a lot of times I like don't send my clients tangible samples. So I think that you are within every right to be like, I need to hear from you by X date, or I'm closing out the proposal, basically.
Yeah, I think a great way to follow up is just to be like, hey, I just want to make sure you saw the proposal, wanted to check in, see if you had any questions for me. Just as a reminder, the proposal will expire on X date, and I'll be opening up your spot to other couples in my waiting queue or whatever at this point, like something like that. Just let them know, like, your spot is not secured until you officially book. And after that, I will release your spot. Like that kind of phrasing where they're like, oh, if I don't get this, like she's going to be booked kind of thing will really help to get them moving. But having that expiration date on your proposal is good as well. I do 2 weeks as well. You can set it up in Dipsado to have like 2 weeks or like when the first payment is due. And then after it expires, I think that like they aren't able to do anything on the proposal. So they either have to reach out to you again and be like, I need a new one or whatever, and be like, okay, this is due. And then I would make the due date even shorter if they like reached out after it expired and be like, you need to have booking within 2 days or I'm opening up your spot.
Yes, right, exactly. Like framing it in that way of like your spot is like being held essentially, and I need to hear from you. And it's not scammy, it's not insensitive. Like you definitely need to have the ability to follow up and kind of like nudge people along, because you need to be respectful of your own time mainly. So
yeah, exactly.
And that's from Alyssa. Did we say her name?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Okay. Crush that one. Also, our inquiry processes for wedding stationers, I feel like is a really good podcast episode that goes into this a lot too. So that might be a good one to follow up with some more details.
Yeah, I think we did a whole episode about following up, actually.
Oh, the art of the follow-up. Yeah, we did. That's a good one too.
So those two. Yep.
Those two in tandem would be really good. Okay, so this question is from @MHB Paper. It says, I love listening to your end of the year episode and loads of episodes, really. Probably I am behind the times on this, but could you tell me more about how you started with affiliate links? I'm specifically curious how you make this work for you as an artist.
We love our affiliate links.
I love affiliate links, yeah.
As it so happens, we actually have an entire episode dedicated to this topic as well. So I'm taking a look at our document.
I was like, we do? I don't even remember.
It's called, like I'm pretty sure it's called The Art of Affiliate Links.
I think it's called The Magic of Affiliate Links.
Oh. Yeah, I want to say it was like in the first year. So I'm trying to...
but getting started with affiliate links, I think the first way to start is with Amazon. I feel like that's like everyone kind of dips their toes in with Amazon at first. And you can get it's like the Amazon affiliate program and the Amazon influencer program. It's kind of confusing for how efficient Amazon is. I feel like their affiliate program on the back end is a little weird. So if you just Google it, it'll take you right to the page and you can sign up to be an affiliate. And then once you reach a threshold of like sales percentage or like amount of followers or something, it'll let you be an influencer. And that's where you can make a page directly on Amazon, which is really cool. And then just using it when people ask you like, hey, what type of paper do you use? Or what book do you recommend for this? You can just use your Amazon affiliate link to give them any of your recommendations and hopefully earn a percentage from that, which is awesome. So it's really great for artists who are always getting asked questions about the supplies they use, like the printers they use. Everything I use in my office is on my Amazon supplies page, which is so great to keep things in one spot and you get a kickback from as well. So Amazon to start off with. And then as you grow with affiliate links, I mean, look for companies you love. Just like see if they have an affiliate program that you can like start seamlessly integrating into your social media, your email campaigns. Like if you're like, wow, I really love Arch's paper, see if they have an affiliate program. I don't think they do, but you know what I mean? Like finding things that you genuinely love and use and taking advantage of those affiliate programs. Like Dubsado has an affiliate program. You can make money by recommending that. Flowdesk, like all these things you're already using. Just figure out ways that you can start making money when you're talking about them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If you're sharing the systems you love naturally, it'll feel like it doesn't feel salesy to your audience. Like Cami has talked about this before too, like in the personality driven brand episode, like her approach to like selling is just sharing something because she loves it, essentially. So like taking that same approach with like Flowdesk or Dubsado or whatever it may be, essentially. So I did find that episode. It is called The Magic of Affiliate Links, like Cami said, and that came out March 2020. So if you want to go back and take a listen to that, we really dive into our entire strategy, like all of the places where we're affiliates, how we've organized that on our website, and all the cool things.
Yeah, I feel like I've really like started to use affiliate links just more and more and more. Like it's become more of my strategy, like figuring out how to use it. Like literally my 5 faves emails I send every week are just a way for me to use affiliate links. Like I don't put anything in there that's not an affiliate link. So
or a link to your own product.
Or a link to my own product. Yeah, it's either affiliate link or a link to my own product. Oh, I also use like reward style for affiliate links. A lot of like the bloggers use that.
Mm-hmm.
You have to apply for that one. And that was like, I was really excited to get that because I can, kind of expand from Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a good one too.
Yep.
Then you can link stuff from like Target, Nordstrom, like bigger places. So
yes, which is really cool as well. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of clarity into at least just dipping your toes in with affiliate links, but you can get the whole shebang over on the Magic of Affiliate Links episode.
Also, shameless plug, if as an artist you ask specifically how to make this work for you as an artist, well, what question do artists get asked the most? Okay, it's where did you print that? How did you get this made? And if you want to be an affiliate for the A to Z directory, we created that as part of the program for you guys because we love affiliate links and we want you to love affiliate links too. So you would make 30% commission every time someone said, where do you print that? You could say, hey, join the A to Z directory. And then you guys also get a 30% commission check off that. So it's like $50 every time someone joins or whatever. So
yeah, it's like 38.
Oh, never mind. Wait, if it's 147? Oh, if they use the $20.
If they use the coupon, the $27. So, well,
whatever,
maybe
guys.
then it's like 40, 44 or something. It depends on what coupon is being used. But yes, we did build that out so that you guys could be affiliates for us.
Yeah, because that's like, and then we wanted it to be like a really robust affiliate commission because getting like 5% is not exciting, but 30%, that's exciting. So yeah. I would, if you want to start figuring out the magic of affiliate links, like maybe join the A to Z directory and get your affiliate link.
I know.
Pay off your membership. It's brilliant. It's brilliant, you guys.
Exactly. Brilliant. All right. That wraps up our Q and Cake episode for today. Thank you for hanging around while we answered all of those things. If you love Biz Birthday Bash podcast, please leave us a rating and a review on iTunes. We love hearing from you. And submit more Q and Cakes for us at bizbirthdaybash.com/Q&Cake.
Do it. You won't regret it. It'll be awesome.
All right. We'll see you guys later.
Love y'all. Bye.
Hey guys, we just wanted to hop in and talk about one of our amazing resources, the A to Z directory. All of us have thought at some point, how did she do that or how did she make that? And maybe you don't know where to start or how the heck to produce this amazing product you've dreamt up.
Well, the A to Z directory is the missing puzzle piece in your biz, you guys. Seriously. So it's built in the form of a yearly membership, and it's your one-stop shop for finding suppliers and vendors for all the things. Literally where to print everything from custom invitations, greeting cards, mugs, koozies, acrylic printing, letterpress, custom ribbon. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And it literally goes from A to Z. From acrylic printers to zipper pouches, we have it in the A to Z directory.
We want to help all of you search less and create more with this list of 300 plus vendors and suppliers. Don't worry, they're very organized. It's not going to be overwhelming and confusing when you join. And this membership also includes access to a private Facebook community. It's incredibly active and involved. And if you need a question answered fast, that is definitely the place to go.
Yeah, our Facebook group really is the best. You guys, everyone is so helpful in there. And we're in there too, answering questions you guys might have. So it's a great way to get access to us and ask us things without sliding into our DMs. So we're more likely to answer you in the Facebook group, just saying. Anyway, also in the Facebook group, this is new for 2020 and we're really excited about it. We are hosting monthly Power Hour Q&A sessions that are live, and these are only available to our A to Z directory members. So you can hop in with us live and ask us all your burning questions in real time and just hang out with us every month. And we do these at different times so you can actually be there live, and the replays are always available in the Facebook group for members.
This resource is priced at $147 a year, which honestly is extremely affordable and is full of so many benefits, such as exclusive vendor coupons for members only. And we would love to have you guys join. Seriously, it's kind of like our family and our tribe. So visit bizbirthdaybash.com/directory to sign up today and use coupon code podcast2020 to receive $20 off your first year. That's podcast, all caps, 2020 for $20 off your first year.
We can't wait to see you in the Facebook group.